If you're here today, it means something inside you is asking for relief. Depression and anxiety don't always arrive loudly. Sometimes they come quietly, as tired thoughts, a heavy chest, or a mind that won't rest. Today, I want to share 7 gentle ways, not instant fixes, but soft doors you can open one at a time. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There's no pressure here. If you are living with severe depression, this is not just sadness. It often shows up quietly as exhaustion, silence, and the constant heaviness you can't explain. Depression can damage your sleep, your focus, your relationships, and slowly convince you that you are the problem. Some days, even getting out of bed feels like a battle you're already tired of fighting. And the hardest part? Most people never see how much effort it takes just to get through the day. Depression and anxiety are not just moments of sadness or worry. They are heavy clouds that can settle over your life, quietly and persistently. They can make simple tasks feel impossible, like making a meal, answering a message, or even getting out of bed. Sometimes it's loud, your mind racing with worry, panic, or self-criticism. Other times it's silent, a dull ache, a numbness that no one else can see. You may smile, function, and show up, but inside, it feels like your energy is being drained in ways that no one notices. Anxiety whispers, "What if?" 1,000 times a day. Depression says you're not enough again and again. And the truth is, living with these feelings can leave you exhausted, confused, and sometimes afraid of your own mind. But even in this heaviness, there are small doors that can open, gentle ways to bring light, relief, and hope into your days. Today, we will explore 7 ways to gently navigate depression and anxiety, not as a cure, but as soft, practical steps that anyone can try. Understanding depression and anxiety. Depression and anxiety are more than just feeling sad or worried. They are experiences that touch every part of your life. Your mind, your body, and even your sense of self. Emotionally, depression can feel like a heavy weight on your chest, a persistent fog that dims joy even in moments you once loved. You may feel numb, irritable, or simply disconnected from the world around you. Anxiety, on the other hand, often feels like a mind that won't stop racing. It whispers, "What if?" over and over, makes your heart pound, and can leave your body tense, exhausted, or restless. Physically, both can drain your energy, disrupt sleep, or make simple tasks feel impossible. Your appetite, focus, and motivation may all fluctuate. And sometimes, it can even feel like your own mind is working against you. Yet, even in these moments, it's important to know that these feelings are a signal, not a weakness. Acknowledging them is the first step toward understanding, and gently finding ways to navigate your inner world with care. Causes and triggers in modern life. Modern life moves fast, sometimes too fast for our hearts to keep up. Work pressures, endless notifications, and constant comparisons online can make our minds feel crowded and restless. Social expectations weigh heavily too. We're told to succeed, look a certain way, and always stay strong. When we don't meet these invisible standards, it can feed self-doubt and anxiety. Even simple daily routines have become mechanical. Wake up, scroll, work, scroll, sleep, repeat. Our bodies crave pause, presence, and connection, but the pace of life often denies it. Loneliness can creep in unnoticed, even in a busy world. Isolation, lack of meaningful conversation, or feeling misunderstood all become subtle triggers for depression. Other triggers may come from past experiences, unresolved stress, or unexpected life changes. The combination of external pressures and internal unrest can slowly pull a person into anxiety or depression. Recognizing these modern triggers is not about blame. It's about awareness, seeing how life's pace and pressures affect our hearts, so we can start learning gentle ways to navigate them. Effects on individuals. Depression and anxiety affect more than just your mood. They touch every part of your life. Emotionally, they can make even small setbacks feel overwhelming, and successes may feel hollow or fleeting. Physically, they can drain your energy, disrupt sleep, and affect appetite. Tasks that once felt simple, getting dressed, cooking a meal, even stepping outside, can start to feel like mountains to climb. Your thoughts may become repetitive, self-critical, or anxious. It's easy to get trapped in loops of what if or I can't. This mental exhaustion often spills over into your relationships, making you withdraw, feel misunderstood, or fear burdening others. Motivation and focus can fade, leaving you frustrated with yourself. Even hobbies and passions that once brought joy may feel distant or pointless. The weight of these changes is real, and it can make life feel isolating. But understanding these effects is the first step towards self-compassion and gently finding ways to navigate your mind and body with care, one step at a time. Effects on society. Depression and anxiety don't only touch the individual, they ripple outward, affecting families, workplaces, and communities. In families, it can create strain and misunderstanding. Loved ones may feel helpless or unsure how to support, while the person struggling may feel isolated or guilty. At work, depression and anxiety can affect focus, creativity, and productivity. Tasks may take longer, communication can feel exhausting, and burnout becomes a real risk. Social connections can weaken. Friends may drift, gatherings may feel overwhelming, and people may start avoiding interactions intentionally or unintentionally. Communities also feel the subtle impact. When many individuals experience prolonged anxiety or depression, empathy, energy, and engagement can decline, leaving society quieter, more distracted, and less connected. Yet, awareness is powerful. By recognizing these effects, we can approach both ourselves and others with gentleness, offer support without judgment, and create spaces where mental health is acknowledged, nurtured, and understood. Even small acts of understanding, from listening to checking in, can ripple through families, workplaces, and communities, reminding us that no one carries this alone. Common misconceptions. There are many myths about depression and anxiety, and believing them can make struggles even heavier. One common misconception is that depression is just sadness. It's not a passing mood. It's a persistent, complex experience that affects thoughts, energy, and the body. Another is that anxiety is only about being nervous or stressed. In reality, anxiety can be constant, invisible, and exhausting, even when there's no clear reason for worry. Many people also think that others have it worse, or I should just snap out of it. These comparisons and pressures create shame, making it harder to ask for help or even acknowledge your feelings. Some believe depression and anxiety are personal weaknesses, but they are not signs of failure. They are signals that the mind and body are under stress and need attention and care. Understanding these misconceptions is freeing. It allows us to treat ourselves with gentleness, to see our experiences clearly without judgment, and to take the first steps toward healing in a safe, compassionate way. Early signs to notice. Depression and anxiety often start quietly, and the first signs can be easy to miss. Emotionally, you may notice persistent sadness, irritability, or a sense of emptiness. Small joys may feel muted, and even simple decisions can feel overwhelming. Physically, there may be changes in sleep, appetite, or energy levels. You might feel unusually tired, restless, or tense, even without a clear reason. Behavioral changes are common too. You may withdraw from social activities, avoid people you love, or lose interest in hobbies. Tasks that were once easy may start feeling impossible. Your thoughts can become repetitive or self-critical. What if I fail, or I'm not enough, may play in your mind constantly. Anxiety may make small problems feel like disasters waiting to happen. Recognizing these early signs is not about labeling yourself or creating fear. It's about awareness, gently noticing what's happening in your mind and body so you can take small, compassionate steps toward care and understanding. When depression or anxiety comes, most of us instinctively reach for ways to feel better. Some try to distract themselves, scrolling endlessly, overworking, or filling every moment with activity. At first, it feels helpful, a brief escape, but eventually the underlying heaviness is still there, quietly waiting. Others may try to push through, forcing positivity or pretending everything is fine. Just cheer up, we tell ourselves. Yet pressure and self-judgment often make anxiety and depression feel worse. Even well-intentioned advice, exercise more, think positive, can backfire if it doesn't match your pace or current state. These strategies fail not because we're weak, but because the mind and body need gentle, realistic support, not forceful solutions. Recognizing this helps shift the approach. It's not about doing more or trying harder. It's about noticing, responding, and taking small, compassionate steps that truly align with your needs. Here are 7 unique tips for navigating depression and anxiety. Tip 1. Stop fighting your feelings. Let them speak. Depression and anxiety often feel like storms inside your chest. Most people try to fight them, push them away, distract themselves, or force happiness. Here's something few tell you. Resisting makes them louder. Instead, imagine your feelings as visitors. Listen, sit with them for a moment. Say quietly to yourself, "This is hard. I feel this, and it's okay." This simple act doesn't remove the pain, but it signals to your mind and body that it's safe to soften. Over time, you learn to meet these emotions with gentle curiosity instead of fear or shame. Tip 2. Shrink your world. Focus on moments, not days. When anxiety or depression is overwhelming, the entire day can feel unmanageable. The secret: don't live the whole day, live the next 5 or 10 minutes. Drink a glass of water slowly. Feel sunlight on your skin. Take one deep breath and notice it. You don't have to plan the week or solve everything at once. By shrinking your focus, you give yourself tiny victories, moments of calm, and slowly the heaviness becomes more bearable. Tip 3. Change the question you ask yourself. An anxious mind asks, "What if everything goes wrong?" Depression asks, "Why am I like this?" Instead, try asking, "What do I need right now?" Not tomorrow, not forever. Right now. This shifts your mind from endless judgment to present-centered care. It's a quiet, radical way to reclaim yourself when the world feels heavy. Tip 4. Let your body speak before your mind. Sometimes your mind is too loud to hear yourself. Anxiety often lives in the body first. Tight shoulders, a racing heart, shallow breath. Instead of trying to reason with your thoughts, listen to your body. Place a hand on your chest. Press your feet into the floor. Notice tension and release it slowly. These small physical signals tell your nervous system it's safe to soften. By honoring your body's wisdom first, you build a bridge to your mind, a gentle reminder that healing starts from presence, not force. Tip 5. Borrow calm from the world around you. You don't have to carry calm alone. Sit near someone steady. Listen to a calm voice. Read words that feel kind, or watch gentle movements in nature. Even borrowed calm matters. It seeps into your body and mind, even for a few minutes. This is not weakness, it's human connection. Silent support your heart can anchor to when the storm feels endless. Tip 6. Stop measuring yourself against normal. Depression whispers, "Everyone else has it together." Anxiety echoes, "I'm failing at life." But normal is a distorted mirror. Your journey is yours alone. Healing does not have a timeline. Some days you move forward, some days you simply survive. And that survival is a quiet victory, worthy of recognition and compassion. Tip 7. Leave a door open for hope. Hope doesn't have to be loud or immediate. Sometimes it's as small as a whisper. This won't always feel like this. Even if you don't believe it fully yet, leave the door open. Return to it when moments feel dark. This tiny act is radical. It reminds your mind that there is possibility, that the future can feel lighter, and that healing is gradual, gentle, and always possible. Additional gentle steps. Besides the main 7 tips to reduce depression, these additional steps will help you a lot. Try them. Create a safety corner in your home. Choose one small place that feels calm and comforting. It becomes a space where your body can relax and your mind can pause, even for a few minutes. Gentle journaling or self-talk. Write a few honest lines without judgment or pressure. This helps your thoughts leave your mind and feel less heavy. Micro acts of kindness. Do one small kind thing for yourself or someone else. These tiny acts quietly remind your heart that it still matters and connects. Digital boundaries. Limit scrolling, especially when your mind feels overwhelmed. Less noise creates more space for calm and clarity. Nature connection. Step outside, feel sunlight, or walk slowly for 5 minutes. Nature gently grounds your nervous system without asking anything in return. Anchor routines. Create tiny daily habits like morning water or a deep breath. These small rituals give your day a sense of safety and structure. Creative expression. Let your feelings move through art, music, or gentle movement. Expression is a quiet release when words feel too heavy. Effects of using the 7 gentle tips. When these 7 gentle tips are practiced with patience, the changes are often subtle at first, but deeply meaningful. You may begin to notice moments where the heaviness feels lighter. Your mind pauses more often, and the constant inner struggle slowly softens. Instead of fighting your emotions, you start listening to them. This alone can bring a sense of relief, a feeling that you are no longer at war with yourself. Over time, anxiety may lose some of its urgency. Thoughts still come, but they no longer control every moment. You learn to respond with gentleness rather than fear or judgment. You may also find yourself reconnecting with your body, with quiet routines, and with small moments of peace. Sleep may feel more restful. Days may feel more manageable. Most importantly, these tips help rebuild trust within yourself. They remind you that healing doesn't mean becoming someone else. It means slowly returning to who you've always been, with more compassion, awareness, and hope. Many people who live with depression don't experience one dramatic turning point. Instead, their healing begins in small, quiet moments that often go unnoticed. Like someone who wakes up each day feeling empty and exhausted, yet one morning decides not to judge themselves for feeling that way. They simply sit, breathe, and allow the heaviness to exist without a fight. Or a person whose anxiety keeps them isolated for weeks until they choose one gentle step, sending a single message, opening a window, or stepping outside for just a minute. There are people who once believed they were broken until they stopped comparing their journey to others and began measuring progress in moments, not milestones. These stories don't look heroic from the outside, but inside they represent courage, patience, and self-compassion. Healing often happens quietly, and the decision to stay, to listen inwardly, and to try again tomorrow. And over time, these gentle choices begin to reshape the relationship with depression, not by force, but by understanding. Hope and recovery mindset. Healing from depression is not about becoming positive overnight. It's about allowing yourself to move gently, without pressure or comparison. There will be days when progress feels invisible, days when simply getting through the moment is enough, and those days still count. A recovery mindset begins with self-compassion, speaking to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love, not with criticism, but with patience and understanding. As you practice these 7 tips, hope doesn't arrive as a sudden feeling. It grows quietly, in small moments of relief, clarity, or calm. You learn that healing is not a straight path. Some days you move forward, some days you pause. Both are part of recovery. With time, you begin to trust yourself again. You recognize your resilience, not because life became easier, but because you learned how to care for your heart through difficulty. And slowly, hope becomes less about fixing yourself and more about honoring the strength it takes to keep going. If this video touched your heart, thank yourself for staying and listening. You are welcome here, exactly as you are. If you'd like to share your story, your reflections, or what helps you navigate difficult days, the comments are a safe space to do so. Remember, healing is not a race. Each small step, each pause, each gentle act of self-care matters. Return here whenever you need a moment of calm, reflection, or hope. Healing Heart Daily is a quiet space to remind you that you are seen, you are valued, and you are never alone. Take a deep breath. Carry this gentle warmth with you, and know your heart has the strength to keep moving forward, one soft step at a time. If you feel your heart needs a little extra care today, and you'd like a quiet space to be truly heard, you can reach out for a personal one-on-one session. This session is not therapy. It is a gentle, heart-centered space where you can share your story, express what's weighing on you, and explore small, thoughtful ways to feel lighter, moment by moment. You will be listened to without judgment and supported in noticing your feelings, acknowledging your struggles, and finding gentle ways to care for yourself. Even a few minutes can help your heart feel less heavy and remind you that you are not alone in this journey. If today feels hard, take a small step and consider a quiet, personal session. You deserve support, compassion, and a moment of peace for your heart.